Hey friends, welcome back. So I was in the midst of making a very impulsive decision, and then I remembered I should film this. So here I am in my bathroom looking at this faded hair, and I'm like, we need to dye her. I mixed up some bluish gray dye, some gray with like navy blue in it, so it would just come out a more like silvery gray, but I didn't like the way that it looked at all. So I dumped it. I washed it down the sink, and I looked in my treasure trove of hair dye, and the one thing I just keep coming back to is my number one. So I think I'm gonna do it. I've been racking my brain for different colors that I want to do before I just go back to my kind of original form. And some colors I like dark green. I've had dark green before. I really like dark green. I really wanted to do dark gray, but I can't seem to achieve it without it being blue. Or like a pink, but pink just fades so fast. What do we have here? An uninvited guest, I see. You didn't RSVP, did you? The other one, what was the other one? Dark green or pink, dark gray. That's kind of it. I really wanted to do those, but frick it. I'm just gonna go back, and then, you know, I can work my way back here. Because basically what happened is I destroyed my hair bleaching it to get the yellow out so I could go like a cool color, but it just, you know, it's not the same. I need something vibrant and punchy and just really, I don't know how to explain it. I don't like when it looks dull and like pastel. I want it to be very, very vibrant and rich and bold in color. And that's kind of really the only color I get that with, is like either a deep, vibrant green or like a really deep yellow. So we're gonna do it. We're just gonna freaking do it. I did mix up a little sampler of the exact color that I want, and a little bit different than my old yellow. I want it to be more of a mustard color. So instead of just being yellow, I want it to be more of like a more mustard, like burnt yellow. And I was testing some things out, and I think I came up with the perfect formula. It's really weird, so all the more reason to film this, and I'm gonna show it to you. All right, so the colors that I'm gonna be using to achieve my yellow are Poseidon, this dark blue, Poison, this dark red, Sunset Orange, and Cosmic Sunshine. I know that sounds insane, but basically I'm going to use the red and the blue to make a little bit of brown, and then I'm going to mix it in with mostly Cosmic Sunshine with just a touch of Sunset Orange. So I'll show you. First, I'm just going to take, you can't even tell because it's the same color as the bowl, the tiniest bit of blue, and then try to get the exact same proportion of red, like so. And then we're gonna mix those together. Whoa. To make this really like purple color. And then once we have her, we're gonna add yellow, Aussie. And then that should give us, I wish that I could be holding this. There we go. That should give us brown. So there you have it, brown. And I could continue to add yellow to lighten it, but it's gonna go in a larger mixture of yellow anyway, so Not very necessary. But yeah, look at that. Last time I dyed my hair yellow, or the first time I guess, I knew that I wanted more of a mustard color and that I wanted to like mix brown, but like they don't make brown non-oxidative semi-permanent dye, you know, because you can just get that as a regular dye, which I didn't think would work mixing. So I'm like, how am I gonna make this yellow like a little bit more brown? Well, just take it to the internet and they'll let you know how to make brown out of any color. I'll link the article that I looked up to find this out, but yeah, I used blue and red and yellow, and that's pretty much the brown that I want. So next, I'm just gonna mix a big bowl of Cosmic Sunshine. For some reason this isn't squeezing out as good as it normally does. Going in on bottle number 2. Looks like mac and cheese. So I've got my yellow. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of sunset orange. And that's pretty good color. I still want it to be a little bit more mustardy, so that's why we're adding some brown. So just a touch of brown. Maybe a little bit more. And that's pretty much good. Now you probably can't tell the difference between the previous color. This was the test subject I did to see if it would work. But let's see if you can get an idea from just looking at this. So this was the yellow before, and that's after. Still doesn't completely translate mustard on camera, but you can tell by the brightness. This is just a very bright yellow, and this is more of a rusty, burnt, mustardy yellow. So that's what we're gonna go with, and hopefully it works out on top of my very faint blue hair, but we'll see. Okay, so I ran into a slight hiccup. As you could see, as I was putting the yellow over my light grayish blue, it just turned swamp green. So I had to rinse it out and bleach over it to make sure it would come out. And then I came to the realization that I had to bleach everything. But unfortunately, after I bleached that piece, which you can still see is a little bit of a different color than everything else, I ran out of bleach. So that was awesome. I had to go to Sally's and get more bleach with this little bleach section in my hair, and I also had to meet with a realtor, but you know what? Came back, bleached everything, which by the way, is so hard to bleach all of your hair without touching your roots, because I don't want to bleach my roots. I'm trying to grow my roots out, I know. But I didn't want to bleach my roots, so I had to bleach all the way up to the color without touching the roots, all the way around my head. So I've done that. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. And now I'm going to finally, 9 hours later, reapply the yellow, and whatever color it comes out is the color that it's gonna be. All right, and I've sectioned my hair into 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to slop it on there and call it a day.
A few moments later.
Alright, this is it. I love it. This color feels like coming home after a long trip. So cozy and just feels like my natural color, even though that's impossible. But it's just like my, excuse you, it's like my go-to. It's always what I come back to and I just love it. You'll have to excuse my face. I just rediscovered my extractor and yeah, you can see how that went. I really should throw that away. I'll try to get a couple shots tomorrow outside in the sun so y'all can see just how vibrant and mustardy it is in comparison to just the regular cosmic sunshine. But yeah, I'm in love and that's it. Okay, bye.
Let's go this way. Jim's right behind you though.
It's just a weirdo. Just
following me. People are like, hey, you should turn around sometimes.
It's the beardo chasing it.
Beardo?
Beardo.
Where's Jim? There he is. Is that all your real hair?
Yeah.
You should leave that on your head.